Day 2 begins. -1 Celsius. Nice layer of frost all over everything. 6:45 in the AM. Cold night, but I slept warm. And now it's time to get ourselves to Saint-Agathe-des-Monts. Find some breakfast. For now, the trail is mine. I'm the sole rider this fine morning. Temperature has risen to 1 degree Celsius, and I'm shedding layers. Down below is the raging river. I don't know if you can see the fog just off over here. Here we are on the trail, trusty bicycle. Beautiful, beautiful. The turkeys were making a ruckus this morning while I was packing. Forgot to mention that. We're going that way. It's supposed to be a little warmer today, maybe 10-15 degrees. It's about 7:30 here-ish, 7:30-ish. The sun has just popped over the horizon. It's lighting up the treetops. I can't tell you what a huge psychological boost that is. No wind yet. Yesterday we had plenty of it, all uphill climbing. We got about I think 15 more kilometers in this direction before we hit the top at Saint-Agathe-des-Monts, and then we'll start the downhill run into Tremblant. Yay. So here's the morning update. It's about 10:30. I shopped 4 different stores to find fuel. I finally found a bottle of methyl hydrate, good stuff, and discovered it had a hole in the freaking bottle. So we're by the road here, by the trail, making some breakfast, some coffee, and trying to get our mind right. Have a beautiful water source here. That is just as clear as can be. It's about 3 feet deep. You can see the bottom just like broad daylight. What else? I guess I forgot to mention I saw a bald eagle yesterday. That was cool. Anyway, a little discouraged this morning, but things will pick up. I'm sure the wind is picking up. Another headwind. Right. Must be about noon. This is the trail. We're going that way. But we'll just take a little pause here to look off the trail because it's worth seeing. Stellar view. You got rocks for days. Kilometer 68. We have finally hit the backside. That there is the Rouge River, if I'm not mistaken. We'll fish that on the way home. Sorry. Stay close to Mama. I believe this here lake is the one they call Lake Mercier, Lac Mercier. The village of Tremblant is just up there. The wind and the skies above look a little threatening. We're going that way. We're just at about the 100 kilometer mark. Hoping to get to 125, 130. But as it is, here's where we are at the moment. And let's cross our fingers. Okay, we have reached a bit of a milestone. 100 kilometers on the Petit du Nord trail. That means I have 100 kilometers to go to get to my destination at Laurier. So, with the daylight that is left, it is now 2:47, 3, 4, 5. I have 2 hours of decent riding to do. This trail's pretty flat from here on out. And so we are going to hustle our cheeks to the best of our ability with the limited reserves of strength remaining in our tank, in our body, in our legs, in our ass. Because everything after this point for the day is pure gravy. Pure gravy. Who's with me? So I have gone digging through my food bag that you see hanging on yon handlebar, looking for some inspiration. And nothing says get up and go like a Snickers bar. I'm going to chomp this down. It's going to take about 15-20 minutes to kick in. And it's going to get us where we need to go. Bye, Jingies. So it is 5 o'clock. I started this morning at 7. Took a couple of quick breaks along the way. I did stop at 10:30, I guess it was, for a late breakfast. And I also stopped to go shopping for, what do you call it, methylated spirits. What a disaster that has been. The alcohol stove, man, this trip has just caused me nothing but grief. So the first bottle that I brought with me, I don't know, it was sealed tight, but for whatever reason, and it was standing upright in the pannier where I had it stored, pushed into a corner so it wouldn't fall down. When I went to use it last night, it was completely empty. And my clothes, my bag of clothes, were completely soaked. And man, oh man, the fumes were pretty rough. But I hung those out all night long, and when I collected them this morning, they were encased in frost because it got really cold last night, and everything just froze. So I went to 4 different stores to try to find fondue fuel, which is my favorite fuel of choice. It's pretty cheap generally, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And so then I went to the hardware stores, to the paint section, to look for methylated spirits, and finally found a bottle, which I bought. And I'll be damned if the bottle didn't have a hole in it. So I patched the hole with some gaffer's tape, but didn't do any good. And so now the head of my sleeping bag is totally soaked. It's gonna be a fun night. I might have to call poison control tomorrow. So I also bought one of these little what do you call it? It's like a gel container for fondue and for heating up, you know, catering trays or whatever. I got some of that just for fun, and I have mated it to my wood gas, a section of my wood gas stove. It fits perfectly in there, and we're having a go with that here. We'll see what that looks like shortly. So it's raining, and this picnic table that I'm sitting at is protected by these tall trees, so the table's completely dry. Maybe I'll just lay my sleeping bag here and let it dry. That was a thought. Yeah, good times. Wish you were here.